Welcome back to Sister Circle Live. Our next guest is an entrepreneur who has made her mark on the fashion world with one of the most influential style blogs in the world.
Please welcome Editor-in-Chief of Fashion Bomb Daily, Claire Sulmers.
Yes!
Everyone, it's so good to be here with you.
Look at you, Claire.
Yes.
Looking sharp, girl, with a good ruffle on the side. And
You like a little MSGM moment we got here.
Yes. I remember you and I spending time in New York and doing our thing in New York for New York Fashion Week and having interviews and doing so much. Listen, I am truly proud of you, Claire.
Thank you so much.
Listen, Claire, where did all of this start for you? All of this fashion, this is fashion extravaganza. What inspired you to do Fashion Bomb Daily and amongst all of your fashion entities?
So I've always loved to shop.
Clearly.
Yes.
We all do.
And I've always loved to write. And I actually went to Harvard. I majored in French and African American Studies.
Come on, French.
Yes. And so in my African American Studies courses, I learned about the unbalanced representations of people of color in the media. And I just told myself that I wanted to be that person to make a change in the media and go behind the scenes and tell our own stories. So I started Fashion Bomb Daily while I was working as a journalist. I was actually a researcher reporter at Real Simple magazine. And a researcher reporter is not a fun job at a magazine. You check facts, you make sure people's names are spelled right, but I always wanted to write about fashion. But when I would ask people at the magazine if I could transfer into the fashion department or when I would send letters to Vogue, I just kept hearing no after no. I got rejection after rejection after rejection. And so I decided to start my own blog. I started Fashion Bomb Daily in 2006. And over 10 years later, we're still here, still growing strong.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We're very proud of you for that. What was it like working with Italian Vogue? How was that?
Working with Italian Vogue was amazing. Before I worked for Italian Vogue, so my story is I was at this magazine as a researcher reporter, completely unhappy, still writing my blog, but it wasn't making any money. So I decided to pick up and I moved to Paris. And I just told myself, if I have to start from the bottom, I'll start from the bottom.
Right.
Very poor at the time, but I just moved to Paris with the goal of working at Paris Vogue.
We're all very poor at the time.
Yeah, I was poor.
All very poor at the start.
I slept on a tub. I slept in an apartment where the ceiling caved in the bathroom. But I kept focused on this goal of working at Paris Vogue, and eventually I did make my way in there as an intern. So started off as an intern at Paris Vogue, still doing Fashion Bomb Daily on the side. And by the time I moved back stateside, Fashion Bomb was making enough money to pay a few bills, but I knew that I needed a lot more experience. And so I decided to write for Italian Vogue, and I did Fashion Week for them for 4 years. I went to London, Milan, and Paris, covered shows in New York for them for 4 years. And now I just do my own thing.
Claire, tell me a little bit about how your life has changed now that Fashion Bomb Daily has definitely taken off. I mean, you have a blog that's like the go-to place for fashion. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
So how has that changed your life, doll?
It's just crazy. You know, I went from making a little bit of money and having to go into work every day, and now I can kind of create my own schedule. I hire 6 people. I'm always on a plane. Half the time I'm on the plane. It's just great to meet and interact with so many amazing people that I admire, all the celebrities, and go to all the amazing events. I just never imagined that this life would happen for me.
Now, aside from the blog, you have a book called The Bomb Life. Talk to us a little bit more about what that book entails.
Right. So in addition to the book, we do events called Cocktails with Claire, where I interact with my readers, and people can ask me questions about how they can create a successful blog or a successful social media page. And the question I always get is, how did you start? And how can I do it myself? And so instead of answering the same question over and over and over again, I decided to write a book. A lot of people don't know that I slept on a tub. A lot of people see now. When I was living in Paris, we didn't have Instagram.
On the tub or in the tub?
Basically, there was a bathroom. It was a walk-in bathroom with a tub, no toilet. And my friend, she had a twin bed. So we put like a little slat on top of the tub. It was like a little tilted up because of the faucet. And then I put a mattress on top of that and some sheets. And I slept on an incline. I think it was for about 2 or 3 months. Like, I started at Paris Vogue and I was sleeping on a tub. It was crazy that I went to my
Wow.
first Chanel show, and I went and was surrounded by all these super
Fabulous
wealthy
people.
people and
Wow.
furs, and I was going back home
To the tub with
to
the
sleep on a
mattress.
tub. You know, and a lot of people, I think, when they look at fashion or they want to be in any creative field, they get scared of moments like that. And it is very scary, and sometimes you don't know if you will rise above that.
Yeah.
But I guess I am proof of the fact that anything is possible. Continue to follow your passion, and you will be rewarded.
We're approaching the end of the year. It's 2017, and you know how it goes down. We always want to know who's making their mark in fashion. Like,
Yes.
who's your top three? Yeah,
Okay.
your top three best dressed
Yes.
in 2017. Tell me, what does that look like?
Hard to pick just three, but the first one I would say is Zendaya.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Zendaya has been killing it
shuts it
lately.
down.
Look at
her.
Zendaya.
Look at her. She gives it.
And I love how she always switches up her hair. She has fun with hair and makeup. She has fun with fashion.
Yeah.
And, you know, with her and La Roche, I feel like they always come up with something that's extremely eye-catching. It's fashion-forward, and they kill it. Zendaya
Yeah.
slays.
I love Zendaya.
Okay, that's number one.
Yes.
Who's your number two?
Number two, I would say Solange.
Yes. I would
Solange has
agree
been
with
killing
you.
it for quite some time.
She
has.
And she's another example of a young woman who is not afraid to take risks with fashion. They always play off well for her, and she stays true to herself. You know, she's intellectual, she's soulful, she's down for the cause, and she displays that in a high fashion couture way.
Does she style herself, or who is her stylist?
She has a few stylists. Pejou Famajori. She works with Mindy LeBrock. I know all the stylists because I ask them. I'm like, what are they wearing today? You know, a lot of people
perfectly
don't know how
fine.
we find out what people are wearing. Some of it is us researching the runway, but now we've gotten to the point where we can contact their stylist or just contact the celebrity themselves
Right.
and ask them who they're wearing.
Now, number three, I heard now, because see, I talked to my producer, and like, well, what's her top three? Because, you know, this is Fashion Bomb Daily. This
Yes,
is Claire.
yes.
So what's her top three? And I was very shocked that you chose number three. And who is that number three for you?
Cardi B.
Yes.
I love Miss Belle Khalees.
Yeah, I like Cardi
You know
B.
what?
I want to know this fashion component.
When I see her, I get chills because I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her glow up. She did go
love that.
from being in the strip club to being this princess on every red carpet. And, you know, we've interviewed Cardi before. We've done interviews with her before, and she really loves fashion. She wants to study it. She wants to be a fashion icon. And I
very
feel
good.
like this has been her year with Bodak Yellow, and she's definitely had several hits on the red carpet as well. Some
She has
misses, but a lot of hits.
She has a lot of good moments, though. I mean,
Yeah.
some really classic moments. Not everything is not just stage. She
Right.
has some real dope moments.
Very good.
Yeah, she's killing it this year. This
She's
is Cardi's
very dope.
year.
Yes. Well, Claire, you're very dope.
Thank
and we
you.
thank you so much for joining us down to the circle, girl. You came down here and
Yes.
spit all this knowledge.
Thank you for
Make
having
sure you
me.
go to Sister Circle TV on Facebook to see where you can keep up with the latest.
And don't go anywhere. Sister Circle will be back in just a second.